Welcome back everyone to Modded Minecraft 1.7, where we have pets named after communists, and many other cool things. So last time we made the portal to Alfheim and updated our Lexica Botania, so it now has Elven knowledge. And today I have actually added Ender.io, which is a mod that I somehow overlooked last time. And I would like to thank Orange Purple Dirt for pointing out that this mod is very similar to Thermal Expansion. So I added it right after I looked into it. Made a few basic machines and some stuff. And oh, actually there's something down below that I need to grab. It's right down here. And I made a bunch of Elementium while since I had that portal to Alfheim. You just trade 2 mana steel, and that gets you 1 Elementium. It doesn't show the recipe in here. It will show it in the Lexica Botania. And made some boots since my old ones were about to break. Got a pretty good enchantment. And I noticed in the latest build of Botania, build 82, Vasky changed it so that the mana steel armor and I assume the Elementium as well will repair itself using mana instead of just preventing damage. So I will no longer have to worry about these breaking like my mana steel boots almost did. Okay, so to make an energy conduit I actually need something from the alloy smelter, so I'm going to go ahead and set up the alloy smelter. And oh, there is a fly in my room, unfortunately. Okay, I think I'm going to set, let's see, this is the Stirling generator, which will run off of things like coal. It has a decent sized internal buffer. It measures stuff in RF for the most part. I've also seen some places where it shows MJs, like in Waila, but right now it's just saying error. I don't know why. Burn rate 2x. I wonder what that means. I don't know. Okay, but this thing is filling up its buffer as well. And if I were to put this here, it's not going to get any power because it's not connected. We'll need some energy conduits. And to make those, let's see, each one requires a different ingot. I think the basic ones are good enough for now, so we smelt iron and redstone in the alloy smelter, so let's go ahead and make a few of those. And I still need to get my applied energistics system, like everything moved up there. Let's see, I wanted some iron and some redstone. Just break down some blocks. Hopefully the days of breaking down blocks will be over soon. So what is this, episode 28, I believe? Wow. This might turn into my longest Minecraft series yet. Let's see, does the positioning matter? I'm not sure if it does. Let's try it. I already forgot what it... I have the memory span of a goldfish. Okay, let's try swapping them and see what that does. What you gonna do? Furnace mode, all smelting. From the video I watched about this mod, which is for the 1.6.4 version, there is lots of configuration options here. Okay, so the recipes don't really care where you put stuff, as long as you have stuff in the right order. And we can configure the IO ports here. I saw this when I was messing around in creative a bit, and I don't know exactly what all it does. It seems like if you leave stuff alone, it works just fine. Maybe this is for like if you want to insert into a chest automatically or something. Let's actually try that out, see if that works. Go down here. Just try putting a chest above it and see what it does. Oh yeah. So if I were to reconfigure that, Set that to disabled or none. What does it do if it's set to none? Okay, so if it's set to none, it will not automatically export. Okay. That makes sense. I think I will go ahead and let it continue exporting items for the time being. This thing is a bit on the slow side. Might be a way to speed it up, I don't know. So the single Stirling generator seems to generate just enough power for the alloy smelter. And I assume that these could also accept Buildcraft power. I haven't tried it. So this engine setup over here, I might tear this down. Actually, I probably will. I could make something that does pretty much the same thing with Ender IO and is significantly smaller. There's also another little power setup, which I believe was added in the 1.7 version, called the zombie generator. I'm considering using this. It's not too expensive to make. And it actually can generate a pretty good amount of power. I think each one is 80 RF per tick total, and it uses nutrient distillation as fuel. And this is made from, looks like either some kind of head or some kind of meat, and then something like sugar, mushroom, netherwort, stuff like that. So this wouldn't be too hard to get. Alright, so let's go ahead and make some energy conduits here. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So I believe I was saying that the interesting thing about these, all the conduits from this mod, is that you can actually put one of each type. So there's a redstone conduit, energy, fluid, and something for items as well. So all 5 types, you can put one of each in a single block space. And let's see, could I go ahead and make some fluid conduits? I need to get some sand. Then maybe I could demonstrate that. So let's go ahead and take these out and put this in. Alright, so these conduits are very small. Okay, sorry about that. Yet again, just getting interrupted left and right here. So I could go ahead and connect that, and unfortunately it wouldn't be able to produce enough power for everything, so I'll go ahead and hook it up, I guess. Okay, so this is starting to get some power. And this one is losing power, unfortunately, so... Alright, well I mainly just wanted to demonstrate that, so I'm going to go ahead and break that, and let the alloy smelter keep doing its thing for a little while. And... what else can I do? There is a wrench that I need to make. The Yetta wrench, which is made of electrical steel, and the basic gear is just sticks and cobble. So we need silicon, which we can use the AE2 silicon. Or we can use Ender IO silicon, which is made from putting clay, redstone ore, or sand into the sag mill. Clay would be the best way to go. But sand is definitely cheaper and more plentiful. So I might go ahead and grab some sand, and if you put flint in there, it will give you some higher chance of getting bonuses and such. And there's also one more thing you could use in there, the dark iron ball, I think is what it was called. I can't remember. I am a little sick right now, by the way, so I don't know if that is impairing my mental functions or what, but I feel like I'm having a lot of trouble here. So I guess this gets used up over time. I don't know. I've never used Ender IO before. No particular reason for that, it just has never happened. Oh, no, this quite clear glass cooks up very quickly. So we wanted 3 of these to make the fluid ducts, or fluid conduits, whatever they're called. There we go. And there's actually 2 different kinds of fluid conduits. There's the regular and the pressurized, and the regular ones are affected by gravity. So if you're sending the fluid up, you may need a lot more fluid to actually be in the conduit before it will empty out or be able to reach up to its destination. And I'm not going to show off all the little details. There's a pretty good video out there, and I believe I actually left a like on it, so if you look at my recent activity you can find it. It's from the Mystcrafters, I believe. So I'll just show off really quickly putting 2 conduits in one. You can see it kind of caps them off a little bit like they're being bundled together, and they are taking up the same block space, and you can put 5 different kinds all in one. And I don't know what all the limitations are, but I think it would be impossible to have like 2 fluid ones in the same space, for example. That doesn't seem to work at all. And it would be nice if I had that wrench to be able to break these, but I'll just have to break them this way for now. Ouch. Okay, well, it's still cooking up that sand. It's only gone through a few pieces of coal so far, so not too bad on the coal usage. And let's see what else there is. So I'm using the Sterling, I mentioned the zombie, and there's also the combustion generator, and I assume all the extra utility generators would also work, but I kind of have mixed feelings about most of these. A lot of them don't seem to do quite as well. Well, I've heard the nether star generator is pretty good, but obviously you need a lot of nether stars. So combustion generator, not too expensive. Reservoirs require cauldron, and we'll definitely need to make a big batch of electrical steel. Alright, so I'm going to stop recording for now and work on getting some stuff here. Just getting stuff going, etc., etc. And maybe organize my thoughts a little bit, and I'll be back soon. So, my cow is gone. I don't remember seeing a dev message, but I have restarted my client a couple of times to fix any not updating, and I noticed there's some flux up here, so if I had to guess, I'd say he parked himself on top of a cauldron and died, and I just never saw it. So that's sad. We're gonna have to bury another pet. Okay, I'll do that really quickly. Mao Zedong. The cow. Sat on a crucible? Question mark? Because we don't know for sure. Mao was a good companion. He always stuck by me, or tried his best to. Sometimes he wouldn't teleport to the right floor, but most of the time he got it right. He will be missed. Alright, so let's get on with our business, sadly. So I've upgraded this to a crafting terminal, and I made a capacitor bank, and I'm thinking about doing some combustion generators. Yeah, I think combustion generators will be good for now. So, generator. So we'll need some reservoirs. Which requires glass. Oh, I need to get everything moved up here. I'll get it done eventually. Let's see, was it like this? No. Requires fused quartz as well. Okay. I need fused quartz. How do I get fused quartz? Smelting nether quartz. Okay. So, gotta grab some nether quartz. Alright, and is there anything else we can craft in the meantime? We could make the basic gears, which require cobblestone, and actually need a few more sticks. I'm gonna make 2 combustion generators for now. Basic capacitor, don't have any of those left, do I? Oh no, wait, here we go. I knew I made a bunch. Machine chassis requires iron bars. Did I? Oh, I've already got some of those in there, right. And then we will just need electrical steel. And finally the reservoirs. And combustion generators. Nice. And I'm just going to set these here, maybe? Oh, only bad thing is I won't be able to see the capacitor bank if I do that. Maybe if... put these here. And actually I do want those there. Capacitor bank I'll just leave here. And have everything connected. Nothing here is directional, really. It'll all input and output from all sides as far as I know. So this should be okay. These things are also going to need coolant. Okay. That's not a problem, really. We will need a couple more reservoirs. So... reservoirs, cauldrons. Okay. And I wonder, can you lay these out? Yeah. Oh, and because they're glass, my pickaxes work really well on them. Nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this here. It'll hang off the edge a little bit. And what's cool about the reservoir is if you put water in it, and I might need to add another bucket, it will automatically refill as if it were an infinite pool. Yep, there we go. Fills up. So now we're going to need some of the fluid conduits, which requires the quite clear glass, which I think I've already made some of. Actually, didn't I have some fluid conduits, or was that something else? I thought I had some. Well, it doesn't matter, they're cheap. Actually, let's get all the stuff out of here, put it in the ME system, like a smart person would. And I want fluid conduits. Okay, and like I said before, they can go into the same block space, so I can just do that, and everybody should be happy. Actually, I'll need to configure some stuff here. So you go out, and you go in. Okay, why do you not work? I'm new to this mod, so I apologize if there's any face palming going on. Why do you not work? Is it because... oh, I bet I need to configure these somehow. Active without signal. Okay, there we go. And this one's not really doing anything, so we could just remove it. Okay, so these guys are filled up with water as a coolant now. And now they just need a source of fuel. And unfortunately, we won't be able to run fuel in on the same place. That shouldn't be too big of a problem. So let's go ahead and grab a fuel drum here. And I guess the fuel lines I'll do on the top. And I wonder, would I be able to extract from the top? I don't know if that would work or not. How do I fix you? Uh-oh, what did I do to this thing? Okay, your inputs. Active. Okay, that does work. Cool. So these things are filling up with fuel. They're generating RF, which is... where's it all going? It's might be going to this energy cell first. And probably to these machines, maybe? No, they're full. Okay, we're getting some power in here now. It must have been for the AE system. And the single capacitor bank holds 5 million RF. But these capacitor banks are actually multi-blocks, variable multi-blocks. So you could, for example, put any number of these in, I think, any shape you want. And each one will add the 5 million RF, or I think it's 500,000 MJs of storage. Yeah, it says that in Waila. And it will also increase its maximum input and output by a similar amount, just adding for each capacitor bank. And you can recharge items here in these 4 slots. And it looks like you can control input and output by redstone. You can configure sides. I think you can use the Yeta wrench. Like, I think that means input, that means output, that means nothing. And empty means it can be input or output. Alright, so I'm generating 120 RF per tick. Pretty compact, I would say. Not too bad. I might actually prefer that reservoir to be vertical instead of hanging over. Oh, you would do that. Okay, you can fix yourself. There we go. So let's check on the tree farm. How you doing? It's a pretty decent amount of charcoal. I don't know what I'm going to do with charcoal now. Actually, I don't know what I'm going to do with the wood at this point either. Now that I've got all that fuel up here and such. Actually, oh, these engines finally ran out of fuel. I cut the fuel line like several days ago. So I will reconfigure this setup, this oil refining setup. Probably move it up to the second floor. Or, well, I guess that's the third floor. I don't know. Whatever floor you want to call this. I don't know. I'm confused. Leave me alone. Alright, so we are storing up energy. And this episode's probably really long. I forgot to do a timer. I'd record 15 minutes before my last break. Time to eat. Time to eat in real life as well. Alright, so Ender IO. I am glad this mod was suggested to me. I don't know why I overlooked it in the past. I guess I thought it did something other than what it does. Alright, so I will probably get rid of the Stirling generator later. Kind of move some stuff around a little bit, and then, I don't know. Alright, I've dragged this out long enough. Thank you for watching. Don't forget you can subscribe or leave a like or a comment if you want to. I kind of considered dropping that, but I don't think it does any harm. Alright, so I will see you next time.